Queen Isolde, barely 18, felt the gilded cage of the palace pressing in on her. Every moment was choreographed, every conversation vetted, every breath dictated by duty. Betrothals to powerful kings were paraded before her like prized stallions, each more polished and politically advantageous than the last. Isolde yearned for something real, something beyond the suffocating weight of her crown. She found it in the cobbled streets of the lower city, a place she visited disguised as a commoner, shrouded in a simple cloak. There, amidst the shouts of merchants and the laughter of children, she saw him, Elias, a young cobbler, his hands stained with leather and his brow furrowed in concentration as he mended a worn shoe. He was nothing like the powdered and perfumed lords who frequented the palace. Elias was earthy, his laughter ringing true, his eyes the color of the summer sky after a rain. He spoke of mending souls through mending shoes, of the satisfaction in restoring something broken and giving it new life. Isolde, identifying deeply with the idea of being restored, felt her heart stir. She frequented his stall, calling herself Ilara, a seamstress from a distant village. He told her stories of his life, of his dreams to open a proper workshop, of his love for the city and its people. She, in turn, confided in him about her own loneliness, carefully avoiding any mention of her true identity. Their conversations bloomed into a tentative friendship, then a deep connection. They strolled along the river at dusk, shared stolen apples in the market square, and laughed until tears streamed down their faces. Isolde found herself falling irrevocably in love with the man who saw past the crown she wore in secret, the man who loved her for the simple joy of her company. But their secret could not last forever. A palace guard, recognizing the queen despite her disguise, reported back to the royal council. News of Isolde's clandestine meetings with a common cobbler sent shockwaves through the court. Her advisor, Lord Alaric, a stern and practical man, confronted her. "Your Majesty, this is madness. You cannot consort with such a person. It jeopardizes the kingdom, your reputation, everything." Isolde, defiant, retorted, "I am the queen, and I will choose my own happiness. Elias is a good and honest man, more worthy than any of those titled fools you wish to foist upon me." The king, her uncle and regent, intervened. He understood her yearning for freedom, but was bound by duty to protect the kingdom's interests. He proposed a compromise. Elias would be brought to the palace, observed, and if he proved himself worthy, the king would consider a union. Elias, thrust into the opulent world of the palace, was overwhelmed. He felt out of place, scrutinized by judging eyes. He struggled with courtly manners, his simple speech a stark contrast to the flowery pronouncements of the nobility. Many scoffed at him, seeing him as an uncultured brute. But Isolde stood by him, fiercely defending his integrity. She taught him what she could, guiding him through the labyrinthine rules of court. Elias, in turn, showed her the strength of his character, his unwavering honesty, and his genuine compassion. He learned to navigate the treacherous waters of the palace, not by becoming someone he wasn't, but by remaining true to himself. Finally, the king made his decision. He was impressed by Elias's genuine kindness, his unwavering integrity, and the palpable love he had for Isolde. He realized that a queen loved by her people, and in love with a good man, was far more valuable than a queen married for political gain. He decreed that Isolde and Elias could marry, but with a condition. Elias would relinquish his cobbling trade and dedicate himself to serving the kingdom, learning the skills necessary to become a capable advisor. Elias agreed, humbled by the responsibility. Their wedding was a celebration for the entire kingdom. The nobility grudgingly accepted Elias, won over by his genuine warmth and his obvious devotion to Isolde. He became her most trusted advisor, his common sense and his deep understanding of the people proving invaluable. Isolde and Elias ruled with compassion and wisdom, their love a beacon of hope for their kingdom. They proved that love, true and unwavering, could conquer even the most formidable of barriers, and that a queen's heart, like any other, could find its greatest treasure in the most unexpected of places.